Parallel, in the same plane and never crossing. A plane, in geometry, is a perfectly flat surface, infinitely thin and continuing in all directions forever. Such a construct exists in the mind only, as we have no physical example of such a surface. Geometry teachers will often use a wall of the classroom to illustrate to students what a plane is. Of course, a physical wall of a classroom cannot be perfectly flat, nor infinitely thin, nor does it continue in all directions forever. Parallel lines are two lines which, quote, lie in the same plane, end quote, and never cross or touch. To, quote, lie in the same plane, end quote, means to be perfectly flat, to exist in 2 dimensions, not in 3 dimensions. If we simply said that parallel lines do not touch or cross, they could exist in 3 dimensions, and exist askew, parentheses, hold 2 pencils pointing in different directions, 6 inches from each other, end parentheses. Parallel lines lie in the same plane and do not touch or cross, so they must exist at the same angle and have the same distance remaining between them at all points on the lines. Think of an, quote, equals sign, end quote, and that is what parallel lines look like, just continuing in both directions forever. In fact, the symbol for parallel lines is what looks like a vertical equals sign. The rough opposite of parallel might be perpendicular. Perpendicular lines lie in the same plane and cross each other at exactly 90 degrees. Think of a, quote, plus sign, end quote, or the symbol of the red cross, the red plus symbol, and that is what perpendicular lines are. A, quote, x, end quote, does not represent perpendicular lines, as we do not write an X with the lines crossing at a 90-degree angle. While it will have to be explained more later, parallel lines have the same slope, and perpendicular lines have slopes which are the negative reciprocal of one another. Parentheses, change the sign and flip the fraction, end parentheses. Parallel lines are lines that lie in the same plane and never touch or cross. Antonyms: perpendicular. Related words: 90-degree angle, intersect, slope, negative reciprocal.